Guys, today we are going to discuss about Search Console. Okay. So, since you all mentioned that we haven't discussed this, we'll be discussing Google Search Console and then probably we'll discuss the Google Tag Manager and Google Analytics. Okay. So, see, in any marketing campaigns, understanding the outcome is super important, right? So when it comes to social media campaigns, or maybe when it comes to the search campaigns, the Google ads, or maybe any other kind of performance marketing, it will be all clearly visible what's happening, right? How many people are visiting your website, how many clicks you are getting to your website, how many sales are happening from each of your campaign, right? So maybe you might have not seen those metrics or numbers. I'll be walking you through all of those metrics and numbers on every platform. Okay. But when it comes to search engine optimization, we see certain kinds of metrics like impressions, the keywords, where the keywords are ranking, right? You may not see without this tool. It's super difficult. See, for you, if you have to understand where is your website ranking, see, you might have to check manually like this Kajaya online. Okay. And you see that it's ranking in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th position. Kajaya online, Kajaya home delivery, right? It's ranking in second position. So this way you cannot hair transplantation clinic. You cannot keep checking hair transplantation in Bangalore. You cannot keep checking where is your website ranking and for which all keywords ranking. So practically it's quite difficult, right? And also not only this, it's super important to understand what's happening with your website. See, you are optimizing your website for search engines. So, are search engines really considering your website? Are search engines crawling your website effectively, or are they facing any issues? Right. So, understanding all of this is super important. Right. That's when we will be registering for on the platform called Google Search Console. Google Search Console. Yeah. So, how do we register? So, it has multiple process or methods of registering for the tool or platform. I'll show you one method. So you can use any of your Gmail ID, email ID, and you can go to Search Console. So when you're signing up for the first time, it will ask you to provide your domain. If not, if you're already registering multiple domains, you can click on Add Property. Add Property, you have to provide the URL here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll give the domain name mm, kelnorconsulting.com. Yeah. So now there are multiple ways. Text record, select record type, text record, sign into your domain name provider, GoDaddy or Namecheap or any provider. Copy the text record below in the DNS configuration for Kelnor Consulting, right? So now you have to copy this code. Do you all see that? Are you all following me? You have to
Yes.
copy this code. I have copied it, right? Copy the text record below into the DNS configuration of Kelnor Consulting. Okay. So now you can go to your hosting provider. Yes, we have Kelnor Consulting here, right? So click on Manage. Yeah, here you see DNS, domain name servers. You can add a text record here, txt, a text value, add records. Okay, here it is, right? So next thing what you have to do is you have to click on verify. ownership verified, successfully verified ownership. Go to the property. So this is how you verify your property. So once your domain is connected with the Google Search Console, you will start seeing the data. So we just created it. So there's no data. Or probably this website is quite new. Very new website. Very new website. This is a very new website and you might not have any kind of, I don't know if Google has indexed this website or not. Let's see. See, Google has, you can submit this URL, kelnorconsulting.com. URL is not on Google. If there are any issues, you will be able to understand those issues. Request indexing. So probably it might have no index, no follow tag since it's built very newly and it would have been blocked for search engine scrolling and indexing. So the search console is checking. See, search console indexing request rejected during live testing. Indexing issues were detected. View live test. So for sure there will be no index, no follow. Yeah, see, no index. No index detects in robots meta tag. See, that's why the website is not indexed on Google, right? So now what we have to do is we have to tell to the developers asking them to remove the no index, no follow tag on the website. Okay. So this no index, no follow tag will be here. See, here it is. No index, no follow. We have to ask them to remove that no index, no follow. It will be in the head section of the page, which is basically an instruction to search engines not to crawl the website, not to index the website for the Google search results. Okay. Right. So mainly now see, now you were able to understand the simple. It's very actually a very big issue with the websites. If the actual functional websites has this, this is a very serious issue. This is a very new website and should be fine. We can go and ask the developers to remove it, right? So now this tool or platform helps you to understand various kinds of data.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now if you look at the search results, so this tool is helping you to understand for how many keywords your website is ranking and in which position the keywords are ranking and how much traffic you are driving and what is the CTR. You all have the understanding about CTR, right? Everybody?
Click through right.
Yes, click through rate. What is click through rate? Is the measure of the ratio of number of people visiting your website against the number of people seeing you. That is CTR. So for which keyword there is a CTR, for which keyword there is no CTR. So you can measure all of that. See, now your CTR is 64.6% for your brand term. For this keyword the CTR is 24.3%. For this keyword your CTR is 4.5%, and it is saying that your this keyword is ranking in the second position on Google. Let's pages or maybe in the shopping somewhere it's ranking. That's right. 8 days, last 6 months, last 12 months, last 16 months, you can measure. So now in the recent 6 days, the ranking must have improved. And now this data is not real time. This is delayed by 2 to 3 days. This is delayed by 2 to 3 days. Or maybe I'll compare and show it to you how it looks. I'll compare the recent 7 days to its previous period. Okay. What I'll do is I'll just take the impressions and average position. So you can select whichever data you want to read, and you can read the data. Okay. So now look at this. Pootarekulu recipe 2.2 to 2.1 improvement. Karjikai online order. So there is 1.5 position to 1.3. So this all will be, see, now you are able to understand for which all keywords your website is ranking. So it's ranking in the first position above big bass. Around 50,000 keywords or 40,000 keywords or 30,000 keywords, right? But then this Google Search Console will give you only the sample data. See, you could see only sample 1600 queries, 1600 queries here. Do you see that? But your website is ranking for nearly 30-40,000 keywords, and you can understand that data, you can get that data by connecting your this Search Console to Google Analytics. You can connect Search Console and Google Analytics. It's very easy to connect, very simple to connect.
So first Google Search Console, then Google Analytics.
You can sign up for first Google Analytics also. It's your choice. If you have Google Analytics and Google Search Console, you can connect both of them. Okay. So one more thing, I'll show you Tag Manager. Ideally speaking, first. Okay. Uh, yeah. So now here already the Google Search Console and Google Analytics both are connected. You could see, maybe I'll take the time period of, yeah, last 30 days. Okay, compared to previous 30 days. It's taking time to load. See, you see here it's showing only 1200 sample queries, but the moment you connect Google Analytics and Google Search Console, because of lots of data, it's taking time to load, or maybe because of the performance of the internet and the computers as well. Yeah. So these are the clicks. This data is impressions, and this is click-through rate, and the last one is the average position of your keyword. Okay. So if you look at this, in the last month, there is a significant drop in the average position of the keyword. Previously, the average position was 17, and at 17 average position, it got 29 clicks. The moment its ranking fell down to 22 from 17, the traffic also dropped by half of the traffic has gone. Do you all see that? And now if you go to the top and see, there are 18,000 keywords for which your website is ranking on Google, not in the first position or first place, but it is ranking for 18,000 keywords. So they all must be ranking in different positions, different web pages on Google, right? But this is giving you the information for which all keywords your website is ranking and how can you progress. See, digital marketing bootcamp, it's ranking in the 7th page, 65.49 position. Are you all following me, everyone?
Yes.
Digital marketing or graphic designing, which is better? So if you see, if you want to cross check this, it must be ranking anywhere in this range only, most probably. This is not real time data. This will have a lag of at least 2 days, 3 days. Okay. See, you see the key differences between digital marketing and graphic designing. There is a result in which position, one, two, three, fourth position, right? So the average is 4.5. Why the average is 4.5? See, this is average over 90 periods of time, and what you are seeing is 30 days, 30 days data. And see, now here what it is displaying is 90 days average. What you see is the real time data at this moment, and what you see here is has a delay, is the last month average. See, the average on mobile phones, it must be ranking in 6th position, and on desktop it must be ranking in 3rd position. So the average could be somewhere around 4 or 5, right? In Bangalore it must be ranking in 1st position, and in Chennai it must be ranking in 5th position, and in Hyderabad it must be ranking in 7th position. So the average comes down to 4. Are you all getting it? That's how it is 0.65, 0.18, 0.89. But here there is anything as such, it will be either the 5th position or 4th position or 3rd position, correct? So there is nothing as 5.5, 5.3, 5.4, correct, everyone? So that decimal part or fractional part is coming in because it's average. This is the average position, average for the period that you have taken. This is 7 days average. You have taken 7 days average. You have taken average of only the web results, which must be ranking in Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, various places, right? Any questions here? Difficulty in understanding this data?
No questions.
So this is how you can understand the for how many keywords your website is ranking and where it is ranking and all. It's not the only kind of information that you will get. You will get various kinds of details or information from Search Console. So for example, you can understand how many pages are indexed on Google pertaining to your website, right? Look at this. There are around 4,000 pages that are indexed on Google. So Googlebot has seen 4,205 web pages and it has indexed 4,205 web pages, and these web pages will be ranking for one or the other keyword. That's how your website is ranking for 18,000 keywords. Each web page will be probably, see now 18,000 divided by 4,205. So what will be the number? Nearly each page must be ranking for 35-40 keywords. 18,000 divided by 4,000. Roughly 45 keywords. Each web page is ranking for 45 keywords. So if your website has more number of web pages, there is a possibility of it ranking on Google for more number of keywords. This being the reason, we have to publish content every day. We have to publish or speak about new topics every day on the website. right? And look at this, bot is telling, see total there are 16,000 pages, those are not indexed. Only 4,000, 16,000 plus 17,000 plus 4,000 is 21,000 web pages. Your website has 21,000 web pages. Bot also has seen 21,000 web pages. But of all this 21,000, it has indexed only 4,000 pages. Remaining 17,000 pages are not indexed. Why is that so? Because there are different kinds of issues. Page with redirect 7,000. Excluded by no index tag 5,000. Duplicate with user generated canonical 13, only 13. Currently not indexed. Crawled. Bot has seen the web pages, but they are not indexing your web pages because the web pages are not really getting crawled quite often. Discovered, currently not indexed. Blocked by robots.txt. Server error 500. Not found 404. So do you all know what does all of these mean? So you can investigate this further with slash and without slash. The URLs must be getting redirected and bots are seeing those kinds of URLs. See, the URL is ending with slash, but the actual URL will be without slash. Yeah, slash has gone. So this is a development glitch we have to tell to developers. Do not, or probably people must have linked all this with slash pages to without slash page. Sorry, with slash pages are been internally linked within the website. So for example, yeah, there is no with slash URL everywhere. It is without slash only. But still there is some issue. Okay, so this has to be spoken to the development team and had to get fixed. Excluded by no index tag. So these all are intentional. We don't want certain pages to be crawled and indexed, right? We have intentionally excluded this, but no, but sometimes this can be accidental. In those cases, you have to get the no index tag removed from the web pages. Duplicate with user generated canonical. See, bots are basically seeing two versions of your website. Look at this, we don't have www version, but bot is able to see the www version as well. If I remove www, without, see your website. So see with here you see https colon slash slash www. See, with the w, without www can be treated as two different websites. HTTPS and HTTP is again treated as two different versions of websites. So basically you can have multiple versions. See, bots, see, for us there is no difference. For us it's all very simple, right? See, now for us it's all abc.com, correct? But with the small differences, not having ES, not having www and having www, all this will be treated as separate websites by bots, by search engines. So you have to be very careful. You have to finalize one of them, and you have to stick to it. Maybe let's say I'll finalize this. So now, so this is third one, right? So in this, so if number three, number three is what you wanted, then when someone types 1, 2 and 4, it should automatically get redirected to number 3 URL format. Got it? What happens if the redirection is not set? Not set. The following is the issue. The crawl energy gets diluted. Bots mark the actual web pages as the duplicate and show other URLs in the index. Your website may not perform on the Google search results. Got it, guys, everyone? Are you all following me, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Right? So, first thing that you have to do is, okay, so tip for the day for you is, or maybe I'll just call it as, run a quick check if you are able to see all of the versions of your website. Run a quick check if you are able to see all of the following versions of your website. If yes, take the below suggested action. Example, if number 3 is what you wanted, and when someone types 1, 2 and 4 format of the URL, it should automatically get redirected to number 3 URL format. Okay, if the redirection is not set, the following is the issue. Number 1, the crawl energy gets diluted. Number 2, the bots mark the actual web pages as a duplicate and show other URLs in the index. Number 3, your website may not perform on the Google search results. This will all the above will negatively affect your SEO. Got it? Everyone understood? So now that's the issue. So you have to redirect. Okay. Solution is set the redirection, set the canonical. If you need them all accessible, just block the other versions. Through the time content robots, non-index, no follow, and also block on Okay, clear guys? Anyone has questions how to solve such issues? I'll add this to your notes as well. Are you all getting it?
Yes, sir. After finding these issues, where to change it? The links.
You have to, you cannot change it. So certain things you can do it, certain things you can do it, and certain things have to be dealt on the web servers, and you have to seek your website developer help. So you can do it on your if you are building it on WordPress, you can do it also. You can set it on ht access. Redirection can be set on ht access file, or there are plugins for your WordPress to set the redirections. See, all this www, non-www, HTTP and non-HTTP versions usually won't happen on your website until and unless you have installed your WordPress applications on multiple versions of your website. Usually, these issues won't happen if you're building a WordPress website using GoDaddy kind of platforms. But different hosting providers has different issues. The way how the application is built. So, did you see something like HT access file while building your website? We have discussed about HT access file in the technical SEO as well earlier. I don't know how many of you remember that. So redirection will be set in htaccess file. Robots.txt is a .txt file added to the root directory of your server. I'll show you. Where is your website hosted? In that folder, you are going to add robots.txt. And no index, no comma, no follow. Usually, if you are blocking your web, so if you don't have multiple versions of your website, you don't even have to add the no index, no follow. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? You understood? No? You all know what is HT access file? We discussed that in the technical SEO. Okay. Coming back. This is one scenario. Okay. So HT access file is a file that will be controlling the certain things on your server, right? So over there you can set the redirection. Okay, let me show if it is. Yeah, look at this. If module mod rewrite dot c rewrite engine on rewrite base slash, see something like this, we will be writing the redirections. Okay, so I don't think you will be able to write or understand this independently. You might have to Google. So here we were redirecting website 1 to website 2. Canva.pro was getting redirected to Learn and Thrive. You could see that here how the command has been written: r equal to 301 comma l rewrite. So this is a bit of technical thing, but you can Google it and you can copy paste the same thing. It starts this way. It starts this way, and in this there are 7,000 URLs that are redirected from one to the another, and it consists of couple of other things like this. See redirection code. Rest of your existing press rule rewrite. Okay, up to here it's redirection. Rewrite rule equal to info. So now this file we will be uploading it to the root directory of our server where the website or WordPress is installed. So I let me check if I have access to the hosting. So web yeah. So here public underscore HTML is the place where all your website content is sitting. Okay. Here you can see there is HT access file here 5 months ago. Okay, but this is completely permissions. Let me download it. Are you all getting it? So this is where your content is sitting. Yeah. See, this is how there are already some instructions to perform certain kinds of actions, right? If you carefully observe, certain things are already instructed. Rewrite engine on, cache lookup, star, cache, light speed. So you don't understand also this one. Rewrite request URL WP admin. That's the PHP syncing. Okay. See, if you have WW and non-WW version of the website, you can set all of that redirection here. You may have to understand how to. You have to usually, if the website is built by somebody else, you will be telling to developers. If not, you have to understand how to write all of this. But there are so many codes on the internet which you can use. But once you have that file, you will be coming to your website where your website is sitting. You will have to just upload that here, press new file, and you can, so if you have, name your file, you create just .htaccess file and copy paste all the instructions in that file. That's how you do. Okay. So htaccess is not a big issue. There is something called as configuration file. Okay. So if you make any changes to the configuration file, your website will not work. Not about changes, if you mess it up, if you make any mess. See, these are all files pertaining to your WordPress website. And htaccess file is the instructions or commands to your server about your website, how to deal or how to work or how to act with regard to your website. Okay. So this is where the htaccess file is sitting, and you have to update the htaccess file. So most of the times you don't have to do anything if it's a WordPress website. If it's a custom built website, you will be asking your developers to do it. And certain other things which we have discussed like this. Uh, for example, robots.txt. See, robots.txt also is added in this place here. You can upload, you can create new file. I'll call this as robots.txt create. Okay, and I can update all the details here, robots.txt. So now it shows robots.txt empty. This will not have robots.txt, it will show 404 because this is a different website. Okay, there is some default robots.txt from WordPress. So now equator school.in, right? See, this is empty. I have see now Shakti Puja WordPress has added some default robots.txt. There was a default robots.txt for this as well. Just now I have added a empty robots.txt file. Right? Here it is. There is nothing. If I type hi, you would probably see hi there as well. Okay. It's not saved. So you will see hi. See, look at this. There is hi here in robots.txt. Are you all getting it? So robots.txt, you can write it. So robots.txt, we have discussed in detail how to write the robots.txt commands, what is robots.txt, everything. So you may have to go through it. If you have forgot it all completely, you may have to go through it once again. Okay. And coming to the other, just block the other versions through meta, content, robots, no index, no follow. See, if you have other versions of the website, you can log into the WordPress website, and in the read section of your web page, you will see no index, discourage search engines from crawling the websites, and automatically it will block the website for search engines crawling and indexing. I'll try to open a website and show it to you. You have to select this. Everybody clear? Everyone? You all understood, guys? Clear, right? So how to write robots.txt, you will have to understand it now. Okay. I'm hoping that you all will know. But so go through the classes once again, you will get an understanding. You might have forgot. Okay. Next is excluded by no index tag. So no index tag could have been intentional also in those cases. You know how to remove it now. If it's a individual pages on WordPress, the Yoast SEO or any other SEO plugin will allow you to add and remove no index, no follow tags. You can do it from there. Duplicate with user generated canonical. This is again this is what we have discussed now. Duplicate issue. crawled, currently not indexed. So Google is crawling your website but not indexing. The problem is it's something like this: you are reading but you are not able to replicate that in the exam. Because why? Because you are not understanding it, or you are not reading that enough number of times. If you have to read a book enough number of times, you have to spare more time. You have to create a good environment for yourself to read the book. You have to make a time for yourself to read the book, right? So same is the case here. You have to make your website crawl more number of times. That's when Google will start indexing your web pages. Even if your web pages has any issues, coding issues, right? The internal linking is not good. In all the scenarios, Google will crawl them but they will not index. Not found. Not found as pages that are no more available on the website, have got deleted, right? So pages doesn't exist. They're all deleted long back. So you have to understand if all these are really valuable pages that got deleted accidentally. If that's the case, you may have to get them back. If not, you can simply click it as validate fix. You have to remove all the internal links to these pages. You have to make sure that there are no links pointing to these pages. Server error 500 is, do you all remember we discussed the status code 301, 302, 500, 404. 500 is your server is busy. You have to, and these are very minor, two, only two. Maybe in the last 3 months or 6 months, two times server was, server had issues or may not have any issues at all, but it would have shown that with regard to some URLs, or this URLs probably could be accessible now. So yeah, so that moment bot, when it has come to crawl this URLs, the server was busy. So since there are only two such issues, you can ignore them, or you have to make sure you inform your web hosting provider, ask them to have a better server. Yeah, blocked by robots.txt. Through robots.txt you can block, you can remove, you can do whatever. So there's one URL blocked by robots.txt. Yeah, this kind of URLs will be always blocked. Discovered, currently not indexed. So bots are not able to crawl your URLs through your internal linking mesh or by any other means. No backlinks built to these pages, no internal links built to these pages, but these URLs are available on sitemap. Hence, it will be discovered, currently not indexed. Discovered and currently not indexed. Okay, got it. You all understood, guys? Right, so now these are all, what all you see is the experience of bot with regard to your website, is the experience of bot with regard to your, are you all understanding it? Whatever you see here is, it's a bot's report, bot's experience with regard to your website. You would have never known what's happening with bot and your website if this tool was not there, right? So this tool is basically helping you to understand the issues, the experiences bot has with your website. Same way you can see, basically this tool, the Google search console, is an intermediate application or software that's establishing the communicate between website owner and the Google bot. So Google bot, whenever there is an issue, it communicates here to you, and same way if you have to communicate something to Google bot, you will be communicating it through this tool, right? For example, you want bot to come and crawl your web page, this web page, you can go and submit, you can tell to bot please come and crawl this URL, I have changed, made changes to the content, request indexing, right? There's so many things that can be done. So basically you are communicating to bot. So Google search console is an application or a software or an interface that's establishing communication between the website owner and Googlebot. See, same way here, whatever you see under the indexing, the pages, it's all experience of the bot. The search results is also all what is the bot holding with regard to your website. He told some information with regard to your website and the same that you could see here. Correct? So there's so many other sections. There's so many other sections which we will be exploring in the coming class. Okay? Everybody? Is that fine?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so if you have a website, go and create a Google Search Console account today. Okay, let's discuss again whenever you have any questions with regard to it. So today we created a Google Search Console account for Kelnor Consulting, and you don't see any kind of data because the website is blocked for search engine crawling and indexing. The moment it's allowed, and Googlebot starts crawling your website, and in the next 3 to 4 days it should start reflecting some data here. It's not real time, it takes some 3 to 4 days, and it's so interesting to read all these tabs and the data pertaining to each of these tabs, right? So look at this, you are able to understand how your website traffic is growing, how the impressions are growing, how you are progressing with your business. There are a number of other kinds of details we'll look into it in the coming class. Okay? Yeah. Okay. So please go through it all and come back if there are any questions. We'll connect back again.